Thanks, Dan. Mikel, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you just put into words how proud you are of your players, the fans, and yourself?
Yeah, it's an incredible night. We made history again together, and I cannot be happier, prouder for everybody that is involved in this football club. The manner that we got received outside the stadium already was special and unique. The atmosphere our supporters created, the energy, the way they lived every ball with us, it made it special and unique. I never felt that in the stadium. And we knew how much it meant to everybody. We put everything. The boys did an incredible job. And yeah, after 20 years and for the second time in our history, we are back in the Champions League final.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
How proud of you of the whole campaign, unbeaten all the way through. Feels like some of your best performances of the season have come in this competition as well.
Yes, because we know how difficult and challenging every opponent is at this level. And Atletico, they're an incredible team. The way they compete, the solution they have, the answers they have to everything that you try to do to them immediately, it's incredible. That's the reason that they've been there. Diego is on an outstanding job there. And yeah, the margins are so small. And tonight they've gone for us.
Tom from Football London.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
There was perhaps some surprise at the lineup being the exact same as what we saw at the weekend. What was the feeling that made you select that team?
I mean, if you see my iPad, the amount of lineups that I've done and put it and change it and turn it again, and what about this and freshness and the possible subs, and if they do that, we do this. At the end, it was my gut feeling. And I had such a good feeling for what I saw a few days ago against Fulham that I said, I need to do that. It was painful because it's always difficult to leave important players out because they all want to be involved and start these kind of games. But you saw all the finishers, the manner that they got into the pitch and how much they helped the team.
James, CBS.
Hi, Mikel. What was going through your head in that moment where the ball loops up from Willow's head and it sort of feels like it's breaking and Gabby comes out of nowhere and saves the day? What's going through your head in that moment?
They ordered immediately. My wife, my kids, my parents, my sister, and then all the people that it's involved at the club because I know immediately what it feels. But yeah, you can think and say, okay, it's going to be a beautiful night. But when you actually are looking somebody in the eye and it has that expression, you look to the supporters and they are just immensely proud and happy. That's when our job makes sense because many other times it's difficult to find the right reason why we do. But when these things happen, then everything that we do obviously is worth it.
Amy, Athletic.
Hi, Mikel. I wonder if you could just put some perspective on not just this season's journey, but in Europe, going back 5 seasons ago, there was no Europe. Then the Europa, then getting back in the Champions League, then getting to a semi, and now a final. How do you feel about how hard it is to kind of bit by bit, in quite a quick period of time, to make that jump?
Yeah, well, it's very tough and difficult, but again, we've all been so aligned on the desire and the ambition that we had for the club, and then you have to be sometimes lucky. Things have to go your way. We put obviously so much work, passion, and belief into what we do. And today we got rewarded to have an incredible day in Budapest in a few weeks.
Sam, Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel. You spent 6.5 years trying to turn this stadium into something ferocious, hostile. Was that tonight kind of the high point of that for you?
Yeah, that box is ticked now. Now we have to maintain it, but now we go to the level that I think a top club that wants to be fighting consistently for the highest trophies, that's a must. And we've got it now, now we have to maintain it.
Isang, Daily Mail.
Hi, Mikel. You've had a lot of ups and downs this season, and you always say take one game at a time. But after the City result last night, after what you've done here, is there a feeling that this could really be one of the most historic seasons in the 140-year history of this club?
The high is not too high, the low is not too low. Yeah, my job is to be quite stable. I really will enjoy, everybody's enjoying this moment now. Tomorrow we have to start to prepare for Sunday. We have an incredible game now to play against West Ham, a really tough one, and we're going to have 4 days to do that. So it's great, let's enjoy the moment, but tomorrow let's start to live the present again.
Okay, we'll do a couple more in English and then we'll go to Spanish. Martin, the Sun.
Yeah, Mikel, a few weeks ago it felt very different. There was a sense of of fear in this stadium. Some of your players looked fatigued. What have you done to change things? What have you had to do? Or is it within them? Is it something you sense just had to be brought out of them, that it was always there, but they maybe doubted it themselves?
It's down to them. At the end, they are the ones that they have to put these kind of performances. I can try to convince them and give them love and clarity on what is, in my opinion, the most important things to be competitive and give us the chance to win what we want to achieve. But then they have to do it. And it's an incredible group of players and staff. And yeah, in elite sports, in football in particular, you can live a really difficult day. But if you keep working, maybe you get rewarded. And we've certainly done in the last few weeks.
Phil Pierre.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I appreciate you obviously trying to keep your feet on the ground, but after that result yesterday with the City and now into that final, you must feel as though the momentum is really behind you.
It's great, you know, where everybody can feel a shift in energy and belief in everything. Let's use it in the right way and understanding that the margins and the difficulty of what we are trying to achieve, it's huge, but we have the ability and conviction to do it, that's for sure.
Okay, we do some Spanish now. Juan from La Maca.
Enhorabuena, Mikel.
Congratulations,
Llegaste
Mikel.
hace muy poco, bueno, 6 años y pico al club.
You've been at the club for 6 years now. Could you have imagined reaching the Champions League final so soon? Although I do know it's 6 years. I didn't really imagine it because we weren't even in Europe at the beginning. So this is a big achievement. We've been building little by little. We've believed in what we want to do, and the staff, the players have managed to build something. We've all believed, the fans have backed the team, and when that happens, you can achieve these sorts of things. Congratulations on reaching the Champions League final. At the end of the first leg, you spoke about a key moment with the referee. What did you think about the referee's performance tonight? I think he did really well, and I don't have anything to say about that.
Okay, one right to the back. So if you could shout in Spanish, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
Hola, Mikel. Buenas noches en directo para el partidazo de la cadena COPE.
Good evening, Mikel.
Se ha hablado en el partido de ida.
Before the first leg, people spoke about referees. There was a possible penalty for Atletico Madrid tonight. So I'd like to ask you about the atmosphere and...
Que ha dicho la primera pregunta sobre el penalti que reclamaba el Atlético de Madrid.
So the first question is about the possible penalty for a foul on Juliano. And do you feel you achieved what you needed in the first leg? Well, I don't think it's related to that. We just needed to create the atmosphere that we had tonight. We saw what it was like in Madrid. Of course, we showed our desire and our energy. I had never experienced an atmosphere like that at the Wanda Metropolitana, and we're very pleased that we've achieved our target tonight. It's about everything that we prepared beforehand, but you have to make decisions when things are happening and when the details are so fine. And I think we got it right.
Mikel, massive congratulations to you and the team, the coaching staff. When you took over Arsenal, they were loitering around in 8th place. There was a complete shift to the club, whether that be signing good talent coming through Hayland. And I think everyone for this season has looked at Max Dowman as the new player from Hayland. I just wanted to ask you, was playing Miles Lewis-Skelly this late in the season an intentional wild card, knowing that teams had not prepared for his style of play, not just at full-back, but in midfield?
No, it wasn't the intention. I don't know why we provoked an opponent. It wasn't. It's just the feeling. And I think I've been tough on him, quite tough. And he's been very, very persistent and consistent in his behaviors and in the manner that he's been knocking on the door constantly to earn the right to play. And I think he deserves it, and that's why he played.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
Good night.
thank you.